Everyone, it's Julie. Today we'll be making pizza monkey bread. Took about 2 minutes to prepare. It'll take you longer to order a pizza because you know they place you on hold for like 2 minutes. So in those 2 minutes you could be making this, right? Which was incredibly delicious and easy. So let's get started. I did use canned biscuits. I find them very convenient for this, but you already knew that once I said it would take us about 2 minutes to prepare. But I do have a buttermilk biscuit video. I will post it down below if you're interested in making them from scratch. Now, I don't know if this is the proper way of opening this. One time it dropped on the floor and it just popped open, so now I just do it like that. They will be a little bit stuck together. You can just gently pull them apart like so. And then we are going to cut each biscuit into quarters. I used a scissor, kitchen scissors. You could use a knife, a pizza cutter. You can even use your fingers and tear them up if you'd like. And I decided to make this for any of you who are throwing Super Bowl parties. I think this is great for that. I honestly didn't even know Super Bowl was coming up. Definitely not a fan of that. But yeah, I made it for you guys. I placed these into a big bowl so I can mix them around easily. Drizzled a little bit of olive oil, some dried parsley, and oregano. I don't suggest adding any fresh herbs. Fresh herbs tend to burn in the oven, so definitely dried. You can even use Italian seasoning for this if you'd like. I also added some red pepper flakes. I always put red pepper flakes on my pizza, it's a must. And here I have some pepperoni. I use turkey pepperoni. You can use pork pepperoni, whatever you have. I decided to cut the pepperoni in half, but you can leave them whole if you prefer. And of course, you can add all of your favorite pizza toppings, olives, mushrooms, whatever you like. My favorite pizza has to be sausage and peppers. What's yours? Or extra cheese and pepperoni, one or the other. And I could occasionally do a Hawaiian slice or a buffalo chicken slice, but I could only have one for some reason. I can't have more than one of the Hawaiian slice or buffalo chicken slice. So while I was rambling about all of my favorite pizzas, all I did was grate some fresh garlic. Can you use granulated garlic? Sure you can. Just keep in mind that it is much more potent than fresh garlic, so you don't really need a lot of it. I used 2 garlic cloves, by the way. I tossed in some mozzarella cheese, gave everything a mix, and now we're almost done. Get yourself a bundt pan, not a butt pan, a bundt pan. Spray it down with some non-stick spray and transfer everything into this. If you don't own a bundt pan, just use a regular baking dish. And now if you see any little biscuit quarters with no cheese or pepperoni, just keep adding more. You can layer it neatly if you like. Do a layer of pepperoni, then cheese, then biscuits, then pepperoni, then cheese. You get it. I didn't do it neatly. You know I didn't do it neatly. And I think 2 cans of biscuits should be more than enough for this. I didn't have any buffalo mozzarella, but I love buffalo, so if you have that, you can tuck it in the middle. Ever had stuffed crust pizza? I think that's definitely buffalo mozzarella that they use, seasoned with tons of salt. It's been years I don't eat stuffed crust pizza, by the way. So make sure your final layers end up with cheese and pepperoni. I sprinkled a little extra oregano on top, give it a little color. Some fresh Parmesan cheese. I noticed some people call it Parmesan. I guess it all depends on where you live. Let's cover this and bake it in the oven at 350 degrees for about 45 minutes, with the last 5 minutes uncovered. This is what it will look like once it comes out of the oven. I love how it rises and the color and the taste. That's really the best, the taste. Grab a butter knife if you don't want to scratch your baking dish. I learned that lesson a little too late. I used to use steak knives. Now most of my baking dishes are scratched up. So run your knife along the sides and center to loosen it up, unless you want to bring this directly to the couch with you. Place a plate over it, flip it over. Oh, that looks awful. Do not present it like that. Flip it over quickly. I mean, you wouldn't serve a pizza upside down, would you? I would highly recommend to let this sit for about 20 seconds before digging into it. I couldn't even go for a big piece because it was so hot. Dip this into some marinara sauce, some garlic butter, whatever you like. This was so good. I really recommend you make this and share it with at least 10 people. You can even tear all of the pieces apart and serve them on a bread basket. Your guests will love you. I hope you guys really enjoyed this video. The full recipe and instructions will be on cookedbyjulie.com, and I want to thank you all so much for watching.